USA 250. By the way, people say this is a waste of our tax dollars. It absolutely is, and I still think we should do it. I think, dude, whenever they had that, like, whenever, like, North Korea and Russia got together, whenever they had, like, that celebration of winning World War II, that was, like, really, like, I mean, that matters. It does. It matters. It's not a waste. Yeah, morale is valuable. It is. I used to have those as a kid, but they were plastic. It's a soft power? Yeah. How do you think England feels about a protest called No Kings? Like, part of America is spitting on them in a sense? Well, I mean, I feel like this whole thing, like, I mean, this is like just another England W or England L, right? Stupid kid. Look at his face. Don't care, yeah. I'm spitting on him 17 times 5, yeah. Yeah, sorry about the stream dropping. Sometimes that just happens, you know? I'm looking to, I talked to somebody about it last night, and they suggested that I do something different. I have a plan, but that plan requires like 3 hours of time.
Forged in the fires of revolution.
Oh, shit.
Tested on today's front lines of freedom. Before there was a nation, there was the United States Army. From the hallowed ground of Yorktown's first stand to the unwavering readiness at Fort Bragg today, and onward to West Point's next generation of leaders. For 250 years, one force has stood ready, unshaken, unmatched, unbreakable.
It's pretty good, actually, so far.
And today, the legacy rolls on. This is the United States Army's 250th Anniversary Parade.
Cool.
Representing our joint forces, please welcome the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane.
There he is. Is that Raising Cane? I don't know if it is or not.
Joining us, the Secretary of the Army. Please welcome the Honorable Daniel P. Driscoll.
Damn, they got some young guys in there. Actually, that guy's not super young. He's not like 70, though. That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Secretary of Defense.
Did he just fist
the
bump
Honorable
him?
Pete Hegseth.
Ooh. Big day for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the United States, J.D.
shit.
Vance, accompanied by the
shit.
Second Lady of the United States, Usha Vance, and their 3 children.
Man. It is funny to actually see him and not the memes, you know? Sometimes you're almost like, is that really him, though? Number 48 right there. I think a lot of people will vote for J.D. Vance if he runs for president. Marco Rubio? I feel like everybody's pretty happy with all 3 of them. Or at least a lot of people are. It's got to be Donald now, right? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. On his birthday? No. On his
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the United States,
No.
Donald J. Trump, and First Lady Melania Trump.
Oh, boy. Yep. That's the king right there, guys. About what I'd expect. Oh, they're firing off those things too. Oh. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, would you please rise for the singing of our national anthem?
Oh boy. I'd say so far, this is pretty good. The war is cool. Yeah, this is good. WUSA, yeah, it was actually good, man. I wonder how many people were there.
Before we even had a country, we had an army.
They started as a small, unorganized group of shop owners and farmers, but they fought the most powerful army in the entire world to a standstill in Concord.
This is Mel Gibson. I remember this.
Then our Continental Congress chose George Washington as general of our Continental Army.
But it wasn't until 1 year later, on July 4th, 1776, that news arrived of the signing of our Declaration of Independence.
There it is.
Now we had a new army and a new nation.
With little gunpowder, no shoes, bloody feet, few cannons, little training, and even less food.
Valley Forge started in December. They went into winter camp in December of 1777. Approximately 2,000 Americans died that winter of disease.
They lived through hell, but they never ever gave up. Not this army, not this first American army.
Finally, Washington and his army arrived. Here at Yorktown, where they had General Cornwallis and his powerful British army, trapped in this city against the sea.
All of the preparation that Washington has learned through the course of those 6.5 years meets its full force here at Yorktown, and he employs it brilliantly.
Damn, so they're even going through the whole history and
Sailing
everything?
from the Caribbean, the
Damn.
French Navy arrived and took on the British fleet.
Washington
That's our
decided to
original
make this
OGs, man.
Our men began
I guess it's a little
digging
bit
to get
repetitive,
closer
but
and closer
ATM
to
machine.
the fort.
Yeah,
Finally
the France.
getting within rifle
Yep.
and cannon
Our
range.
original ally.
Naturally, George Washington chose to set off our first cannon shot.
The British had 2 small forts in front of the main fort. They were called redoubts 9 and 10.
Then, on the moonless night of October 14, the American and French forces attacked the redoubts. The hand-to-hand combat with bayonets, knives, and fists was bloody, to say the least. But within an hour,
Fucking
we were
savage.
victorious.
And as the sun came up the next day, Cornwallis looked out and realized he was in serious trouble. So he prepared an all-out, desperate counterattack.
It didn't work, and the British were forced to surrender.
We were
Oh.
supposed to lose to the best army and the largest and most professional navy
That's
in
right.
the world.
But our young army had won the war and our freedom. The freedom we hold so dear. And 250 years later, for what started as a ragtag group of shop owners, has now become the most powerful army in the world.
Today, many things are very different from that army here at Yorktown, but one thing remains the same. An undying passion, guts, and love for our country remains deep in the heart of today's army. When I look into their faces, you can see it. That will never change. God bless the United States Army, and God bless the United States of America.
That was the Revolutionary War. Damn. I wonder how many people they have out there for this. There's got to be a lot, right? There's probably a whole lot. Did you see us shooting stuff already? Yeah, well, I mean, which shooting stuff? They shot some stuff off here. The people that got shot, I saw both of them, to be fair. It's a lot of 4-star generals, yeah. He's right, thanks for 10 subs, appreciate it. Thank you. Well, things are going well so far. Do you think some members of the left will try and paint this as a show of force or propaganda? Well, they already have. That's been a common conversation for the last, 3 weeks. Yeah, people have already been saying that. Oh, no, and in a way, I mean, yeah, it's definitely like they're doing this to promote the USA and to make people more patriotic. Like, absolutely, that's 100% what their goal is. Yeah, I mean, duh. I mean, is that really a secret? I don't think that's really a secret. Getting us ready for war? Yeah, you've got to get all the good old boys hyped up to go out and die for Israel, okay? That's what it's all about, okay? For sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, our parade is officially underway. Up first, internationally renowned as one of the world's finest professional music organizations, the United States Army Band, Pershing Zone.
Oh, here we go.
They are the premier music organization of the U.S. Army, our nation's most senior service. Stationed at Joint Base Meyer-Henderson Hall, Virginia, it plays an important musical role in events of national and international significance. They were founded back in 1922 by Army Chief of Staff John J. Pershing. They're led today by Colonel Bruce R. Pulver and Drum Major Rob Moore. Today, Pershing's Own is playing a melody entitled The Army Goes Rolling Along. This was actually written in 1908 by the then Lieutenant Edmund Louis Snitz Gruber, which was a descendant of Franz Gruber, who
going to
composed
drive an
Silent Night. It was originally
ballistic
written to
missile
be
down
the
the
5th
street, too.
Artillery Regimental
Hopefully.
song titled The Caissons Go Rolling Along. And in 1956, the lyrics were revised by Harold Arberg as the official song of the U.S. Army, and then retitled The Army Goes Rolling Along. Pershing's Own carries on its century-old legacy, playing a march that brings pride to every soldier. The Army Song.
American marches pretty casual
The
compared to
3rd
other armies
Infantry
marches.
Regiment is the oldest active duty unit in the U.S.
what's this?
Army. Established back in 1784,
Holy
the unit
shit.
was dubbed the Old Guard by Major General Winfield Scott during a victory parade
Damn.
in Mexico City after the Mexican War. It is the U.S. Army's official ceremonial unit and presidential escort, conducting year-round tactical training to ensure the highest standards and utmost discipline of its soldiers. The unit routinely represents the U.S. Army and our nation in official ceremonies, major sporting events, and the U.S. Army's own Twilight Tattoo. The Old Guard also maintains 24-hour vigil of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, while also
I didn't know
conducting
that.
funeral services honoring our fallen heroes in Arlington National Cemetery. The regiment's 50 campaign streamer stand is a testament to its long, faithful service to our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3rd Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard.
Does this count as a pride parade? I never
In
thought of that.
1775, the shot heard round the world. at
You're right.
Lexington and Concord sparked a revolution.
Oh,
uniting
God.
13 colonies and
We are
forging a
having a pride
continental army
parade.
from farmers and frontiersmen.
I never thought of
Against
it like
the
that.
odds, they turned the tide at Trenton and Saratoga, survived Valley Forge, and at Yorktown forced a British surrender, securing independence and giving birth to the United States of America.
So they are doing, yeah, I thought they were going to do this. They're going to do the different, probably all the different
Before
uniforms and
radios
everything.
and field phones, sound was the signal. In the Continental Army, fifes and drums carried commands
Yeah, like,
across the chaos of
historically,
battle,
the
telling
eras,
soldiers
yeah.
when to advance, when to retreat, eat, even when to rest. That legacy actually lives on today with the U.S. Army Fife and Drum Corps, part of the 3rd Infantry Regiment known as the Old Guard. Founded back in 1960,
They
they're
do
the
this in
only
North
unit
Korea
of their
monthly?
kind in the armed forces.
That's a lot.
Performing in uniforms patterned after those worn by General Washington's
whole lot.
musicians. Playing period instruments with patriotic precision, they bring history to life, sharing the sound and spirit of the revolution through more than 500 performances each year, both at home and around the world, too. The Old Guard, Fife and Drum Corps, everybody. And now, from high above, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating 250 years, your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights.
The Golden Knights? Wait, what the fuck?
Descending at over 120 miles an hour, the Golden Knights are using flexible wing gliders to maintain their formation.
Wait, what?
They open their main canopy simultaneously and negotiate the softest possible landing.
Wait, I'm trying to see this.
I'll tell you, they can't hear you, but they sure can see you. You can give them a great big wave, ladies and gentlemen. The Golden Knights, the finest parachuting team in the world.
They're having them come in right now? Holy shit. Damn. God damn. This how you parade? Yeah, I guess so. Damn. Is that smoke? I guess so, yeah. They're not trying to make something, are they? I think they're probably just fucking around. The chemtrails? Yeah, I don't know. Just a dick.
Fort Sumter, in 1861, a nation divided.
Ooh,
Over
the
4
Civil
brutal
War.
years, nearly 2 million soldiers fought to preserve the Union. Among them, 5 future presidents and the first recipients of a brand new military decoration, the Medal of Honor. With independence won,
Well, I didn't know
our
Medal of Honor
nation's
came out in the
westward
Civil War.
expansion began. The Army moved in step, guarding
Hot
settlers
topic,
as Native
yeah.
Scouts lit the way. Immigrants
Very
joined
controversial.
the cause, and the Buffalo Soldiers etched a legacy of grit and honor across the American frontier.
Damn. Damn.
As they march by, a soldier's uniform signals their duty, their role, and their readiness. And by the late 1850s, official regulations outlined distinct looks, shaping the Army's identity and function across the force. Soldiers were issued 2 coats. One, a short sack coat for work and battle.
I got a
with
lot of
brass
people in
buttons
here.
and colored trim that marked their rank. Well, by war's end, that rugged sack coat became the soldier's uniform of choice. As the war escalated,
They
volunteer
landed.
enlistment surged. Congress authorized support for a force of up to 500,000
What were they called, like the
new
Golden
troops,
Dragons or
answering the
something?
call to preserve the Union. As they march by, representing the Civil War era of our nation's history, is the 4th Infantry
The
Division
Golden
based
Knights.
out of Fort Carson,
Jeez.
Colorado.
Wait, they got even more of them coming in. Holy shit. The Golden Crusaders. The golden shower? What do you mean? Put on your army shirt? I actually, dude, I should have worn the army shirt today. I didn't even think of that. Damn, I actually fucked up. Do it now? I don't know where it is. Yeah,
From
I actually,
Fort Cavazos, Texas,
legitimately don't know
home
where
of
it is.
legends, the 1st Cavalry Division rides with pride. Born from the thunder of horse cavalry traditions of the Civil War, the 1st team forged its reputation on the front lines of history. They stormed Manila with the flying column, charged into Pyongyang as the first to breach the line and face the brutal crucible of Ia Drang, the first of 13 named campaigns in Vietnam where they proved their mettle.
Oh.
Today, that same warrior spirit lives on. You'll know the name, and you'll know them by their iconic
look at
cap
all the
hats,
people there.
elite soldiers, and cutting-edge equipment.
Holy shit.
Tough, fit, fearless. The 1st
That's the
Cavalry
Oregon Trail.
Division is a lethal, disciplined force that stands ready to fight and win anywhere, anytime. And the legacy rides on. This is the Cav.
So they're gonna have them coming out with like all the other outfits, because they had. I think some of that looked like kind of like
Special
civil.
thanks to our sponsor, Lockheed Martin.
All right, yeah. So they're sponsoring the U.S. military. I had no idea. Yep, I could have guessed that. Wild sponsor style? No, if they really wanted to do a wild one, sponsored by Palantir. When they talk about the intelligence agency, that would go so hard. That would go wild. Yeah, actually, you know who's sponsoring it? Everybody here who's an American's paid taxes. I sponsored this. By Raytheon, yeah. Halliburton.
In 1914, years of escalating competition.
1914.
between
Oh,
European
shit.
alliances culminate
Oh,
in the outbreak
no.
of the First World War. The two sides engage in the
Damn.
savage war of attrition, defined by opposing trenches,
World
barbed
War
wire,
I.
poison gas, and mass casualties. The United States initially maintained its neutrality, but was eventually drawn into the conflict in 1917.
Dude, that guy on the right
Despite
is like
having less
15.
than 130,000 soldiers at the beginning, the Army eventually grew to over 4 million, with nearly 2 million soldiers serving in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
In 6 months of fighting, nearly 50,000 Americans lost their lives, with another 190,000 wounded.
Damn.
The guns fell silent with the armistice of November 11th, 1918.
That was the end of it. Is this the intro to World... If they intro World War III? I don't have a feel. I have a
we
feeling it's
continue
not gonna
on with
happen.
more USA World War I rolling stock. This 1918 Dodge touring car was part of the legendary 1919 Transcontinental Convoy. 3,251 miles and 62 grueling days across the Lincoln Highway. And remember, no pavement, no GPS, and no power steering. Just grit, determination, and the drive to push Army mobility into the future. This car literally helped pave the way for the roads we rely on today and reminds us when the Army moves, the nation follows. The 1918 Dodge touring car.
It's got a nice interior, man. That's all right. Just stylish. Yes, all right.
Headquartered in New York, this is the 42nd Infantry Division Band. At the start of World War I, the 42nd Infantry Division was formed with troops from 27 National Guard units,
that would suck,
stretching across the country like a rainbow, composed of skilled musicians from all walks of life and professional occupations.
That'd be a huge bummer, man.
They perform a variety of musical genres. Though their mission is primarily a musical one, the members were ordered into active federal service back in 2004 in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom 3. The band has also served in support of numerous state active duty missions, including
different
cleanup
ones?
efforts following Hurricane Sandy, distribution support during COVID-19, and recently support for New York State Corrections. Commanded by Chief Warrant Officer 2, Ethan Wagner, and led by Drum Major Sergeant First Class Drew Gans, the band is performing Over There, written in 1917 by Broadway composer and recipient of the Congressional Gold Medal, George M. Cohan. Representing the World War I era is the 82nd Airborne Division, based out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
No.
You'll notice the unit is wearing replica World War I uniforms signifying the soldiers who served our nation during this time. When the Americans entered the Great War, our soldiers, under the command of General Blackjack Pershing, hit the trenches in the new standard. It was the olive drab winter service uniform. Now on their heads, you'll see a steel helmet with sand-textured paint built to deflect deadly shrapnel from above.
They got that shit
Not bulletproof, but battle tough. Nicknamed the Pershing boot, on their feet was the M918 1918 French boot.
Stripped out,
It was designed to survive the brutal grind of trench warfare. And on their backs, the field pack, rations, ammo, first aid, and a gas mask. Everything a doughboy needed to fight and to win.
They didn't give them swords back then? Should have given them
Incidentally,
swords.
the 42nd Infantry Division was deployed to heavy combat abroad and then deployed again in World War II, ultimately liberating the Dachau concentration camp. The 42nd responded to the terrorist attacks on 9/11. Later, with the war on terrorism, the rainbow stretched across the world again, deploying in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Well, now the rainbow stretches, you know. Well. So we
Thundering into view, the pride of Fort Sill, the U.S. Army Artillery Half Section. This is literally powered by horsepower and heritage.
Good one.
This elite ceremonial unit honors the legacy of the Army's horse-drawn artillery.
Oh, shit.
With precision, discipline, and 6 majestic horses pulling a vintage 1918 caisson, the half section keeps tradition alive and rolling strong. Representing the power, pride, and precision of America's field artillery, this is Fort Sill's finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Man. Oh, this guy's behind him to pick up the horse shit. I just realized that.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Foreign Energy.
Yeah, I was like, wait, who is this? What's that guy doing with a box, with that bag and a box and shit? That's what it is. A poop boy? Yeah, a poop boy. Oh, what's this?
World War II, a global fight for freedom.
Oh, World
In
War
history's
II.
darkest hour, the United States Army was on the front lines, From the beaches of Normandy to the islands of the Pacific, the greatest generation faced down tyranny and turned the tide.
Kill Hitler, the stupid ass. Oh, they got the airplanes over there too.
From bombers to fighters to transports, U.S. Army
War
aircraft started to thunder across the skies in World War II. And take a look up there, ladies and gentlemen. Flying overhead right now. They are fast, they are fierce, and famously used in the Doolittle raid over Tokyo. Leading up front, the mighty B-25 Mitchell. Up next, the Cadillac of the sky, the P-51 Mustang. From the sky, we're back down on the ground. In World War II, one vehicle led the charge, the legendary quarter-ton 4x4 Command Recon vehicle,
black
the
and
Jeep.
yellow.
You might have a Jeep in your driveway, but not like this. The U.S. Army truck quarter-ton 4x4 Command Reconnaissance, better known as the Jeep, was an iconic vehicle of World War II and was the world's first mass-produced four-wheel drive vehicle.
Looks like a nice
Army
car.
used the Jeep for almost every military activity, including command vehicles, scout
Looks nice.
cars,
Real
and medical
nice.
ambulances. Fast, rugged,
Huge.
the Jeep became a symbol of American ingenuity.
And there's the World War II outfits as well.
From Fort Bragg, North Carolina, this is the 82nd Airborne Ceremonial Band.
Oh, shit.
The 82nd received the nickname All-Americans after a contest as it represented the diverse origins of its members from
Look at that
every
caster
state.
staff.
This name remains today symbolized by their iconic AA patch. Fort Bragg's finest, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a big round of applause. The 82nd
Band of
Airborne
Brothers intro song?
Ceremonial Band.
I haven't seen that in so long. I don't remember that. So far, I feel like this has been pretty good. What do y'all think? This has been all right.
In a global fight like World War II, the U.S. Army knew our troops needed more than courage. They needed innovation. Uniforms evolved for every environment, but olive drab remained the mark of the American soldier. Shaped by lessons from the trenches of World War I, the Army introduced two battlefield essentials: the M1 helmet, tough, stable, and built to protect under fire, and the M1 Garand rifle, powerful and fast. It gave American troops a
I
very
thought they had the
clear
M1
edge.
Garand in World
General
War I.
George S. Patton called the M1 rifle the greatest battle implement ever designed.
Damn.
And history proved him right.
This World War II? Oh, I didn't know that.
The 82nd Airborne Division. The unit is best known for their bravery on D-Day, when 12,000 parachute and glider troops destroyed German supply lines after fighting for 33 days straight. The 101st Airborne Division, based out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky,
America
traces its
finally getting
lineage
her
back to
patriotism back?
1918,
Yeah, a little
when
bit.
it first established as the 101st Division. Known for their ability to rapidly deploy across the world, the unit has held a crucial role in operations since its inception. From parachuting behind enemy lines on D-Day to leading helicopter assaults in Vietnam, the 101st redefined modern warfare. In the 50s, the Screaming Eagles stood tall at home, protecting the Little
shit,
Rock
they got the
Nine
tanks
during the
coming
fight
in.
for civil rights.
All right.
In recent decades, they've been sent across the world with stints as far as the Middle East, where they took part in Operation Desert Storm and participated extensively
Okay,
in
finally.
the war on terrorism in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Let's go.
The Screaming Eagles continue to lead the way as
Now we're
tomorrow's
talking. Yeah, we've been
division
waiting on
in
this one.
today's Army.
We've been waiting on this. Damn, look at that. That's a World War II.
The iconic Sherman tank is here,
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen. It was
Oh.
the cornerstone of the U.S.
I remember
Armed
I used that one
Forces,
in War Thunder.
showing its military might in World War II. It became one of the most influential tank designs of the 20th century. The M4 tank was nicknamed the Sherman tank after Civil War General William Tecumseh Sherman. Actually, he was named by the British. With almost 50,000 produced during World War II,
50,000
the Sherman
tanks.
tank was in active service until 1957.
Damn. What the hell is that thing in the back? The fuck is that?
In World War II, the M16 half-track was a force to be reckoned with.
That's the other one.
It was a self-propelled anti-aircraft weapon
they're
with
gonna tell
speed,
you.
firepower, and grit. Nicknamed the Meat Chopper, its quad 50 caliber mount could unleash 2,300 rounds a minute. Quite devastating. It served through Korea, Vietnam, and beyond, and remains in use in U.S. allies to this day. The M16 half-track brings
they
the
had this
fight
in War Thunder
wherever
too.
it rolls.
I remember I used this, I immediately got killed. Fucking, like, instantly. I remember that really well. Russia's still using those? Yeah, what the hell is this? Is this APC? The fuck? Damn. I don't know what the hell that is. It's a transport? Maybe, yeah. It's artillery tracker? Yeah.
The U.S. Army Transportation Corps motto states, "Nothing happens until something moves." That was never more true than with this. Look at this, the 2.5-ton Chevrolet Deuce and a Half. It can move up to 10,000 pounds of cargo and was the backbone of the Red Ball Express that kept the Allies supplied after D-Day in World War II.
Why do I have Fallout vibes? They probably used the same stuff in there, didn't they? That's why I'd assume. Were they dragging something along? Oh, it's a tow truck. Yeah, of course. That makes sense.
The Korean War, often referred to as the Forgotten War, began on June 25th, 1950, with the North Korean Army's invasion of South Korea.
Well, they didn't forget.
A coalition of South Korea, the United States, and other United Nations members defeated the invasion and advanced into North Korea. The coalition fought and defeated 2 Chinese offensives in the spring of 1951. Armistice negotiations began shortly after that defeat in July of 1951 until the armistice was signed 2 years later in 1953. Combat consisted of small attacks, raids, and patrolling.
Yeah, it didn't
During
last
this
a
war,
lot.
the United States deployed approximately 6.8 million military forces to the Korean Peninsula.
We should do this every year. I think if we do it again, we have to bring out like a bunch of like crazy shit. Bring out like, you have to have like 50 tanks at the same time. Yeah, have
Special
P2
thanks to our
bombers.
sponsor, Coinbase.
Yeah, everything. The whole thing. It's happening next year for USA 250. Yeah, that's got to be the big one. Oh, he's got the hat on. Show the boats. There's no water.
The M151 kept rolling along as the lightweight, high-mobility general-purpose vehicle replacing the famed World War II Jeep back in 1961. Officially named the Military Utility Tactical Truck, or MUT, most servicemen generally referred to it as a Jeep. The vehicle spanned more than 40 years in 4 manufacturers and were everywhere that the Army was deployed.
Yeah, that's nice. They ain't just start going back to selling those. Oh, I could, yeah.
Another rolled by earlier, and at 2.5 tons, this Deuce and a Half, the M35A2 classic military transport truck, was a mainstay of the U.S. Army for decades, particularly during the Vietnam War and Operation Iraqi Freedom. The Deuce and a Half proved its value moving cargo, supplies, and soldiers. Its capabilities include up to 5,000 pounds off-road and 10,000 pounds on-road, making it ideal for moving just about anything.
Damn.
In the jungles of Vietnam, the U.S. Army faced a new kind of war. Helicopters became the new workhorses of battle, delivering troops, firepower, and supplies into some of the most unforgiving terrain on Earth. This is the U.S. Army in Vietnam, the era of air mobility, fierce firefights, and unwavering brotherhood. And over the music marching through, the roar of these legendary Army helicopters takes to the air. Flying overhead right now, they help define the Vietnam War. That staccato beat of the rotor blades was a welcome sound to many troops mired in combat.
Yeah, I would bet.
From transport and medevac to close air support and reconnaissance, they brought the fight to the front and pulled the wounded to safety. The OH-6 Cayuse scouted the terrain with unmatched agility. The AH-1 Cobra, also nicknamed the Snake, brought serious firepower. Its slim design, as you can see here, helped it survive and thrive in hostile environments to protect soldiers below. And the icon of the era, the UH-1 Huey, the first turbine-powered helicopter in service with the U.S. military. There was nothing the Huey couldn't do. General support, air assault, cargo transport, medic evacuation, and ground attack missions. The Cayuse, Cobra, and Huey, ladies and gentlemen, three iconic Army symbols in the sky.
Yeah, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be honest.
The 1st Cavalry Division Band, based out of Fort Cavazos, Texas, has played a vital role in U.S. military history. Since its origins back in 1855 as the band of the 2nd Cavalry, it has supported operations from the Civil War to Desert Storm. Over time, it's evolved into a powerful force using music to strengthen bonds between soldiers and engage with communities. From World War II in Korea to the Vietnam War in Bosnia, the 1st Teen Band has enhanced morale and upheld the division's enduring legacy. Today, the band continues its mission using music to shape perceptions, foster trust, and promote national Army and division interests. Standing ready to serve, it remains an enduring symbol of the 1st Cavalry Division's legacy and commitment to duty. The band performs Hit the Leather and Ride, a march composed by Captain Robert Meredith Wilson. This piece reflects the cavalry's transition from horses to mechanized warfare, capturing the speed, the resilience, and the tradition of the division. From Fort Cavazos, Texas, everybody, the 1st Cavalry Division Band.
Now.
The U.S. Army deployed large numbers of troops in support of the Vietnam War. The first contingent of U.S. Army advisors arrived in Vietnam in the late 1950s, and that quickly grew to a small team of around 100 soldiers, which then expanded to more than 600 over the next decade.
Damn.
As the war intensified, troops' numbers quickly grew as the war between the South Vietnamese government and the communist insurgents supported by North Vietnam intensified.
Oh, communists, you hear that? Real bad.
More than 364,200 soldiers organized around 7 divisions and 20 separate combat brigades. The United States began withdrawing its forces in July of 1969, and the last Army combat unit left South Vietnam in August of '71. The last U.S. combat soldier came home March 1973, while a small number of non-combat personnel remained until April 1975.
And Twitch. So is the next one going to be Desert Storm, I guess?
Representing the Vietnam War era is the 101st Airborne Division based out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. The unit is wearing replica Vietnam War uniforms signifying the soldiers who served our nation during this time. Blistering heat, thick humidity, and unforgiving terrain demanded uniform innovation. And the Army, they delivered. New lightweight uniforms were constructed to move with the soldier. The M16 replaced the M1 Garand, calling for redesigned ammo gear and faster reloads in combat. Body armor got smarter, jackets and trousers got lighter, and field equipment was reimagined to meet the mission head-on. Gone were the heavy Mickey Mouse boots, replaced by canvas tropical combat boots that offered better grip, faster drying, and all-day endurance.
Why is Trump the only one saluting? I don't know. He's the commander-in-chief. It's probably just what the president's supposed to do. And also probably because, again, it looks good on camera when he's the only one standing up.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Oracle.
Yeah, like, let's be honest, right? Like, it makes him look good. It's aura farming. Yeah, exactly. He's the only one that technically isn't a civilian? I don't know about that. And I mean that. I actually I don't know. What's this? The Gulf War.
When Saddam Hussein's Iraq invaded Kuwait in August 1990, the U.S. Army deployed to Saudi Arabia to deter further
My dad
Iraqi
tried to join
aggression
this
in
one.
the region for what was known as Operation Desert Shield. By the fall, more than 750,000 troops comprising U.S. service members and coalition partners from more than 30 countries had assembled in the Saudi Arabian desert. In mid-January 1991, the U.S.-led coalition began Operation Desert Storm, which kicked off with an intensive air campaign designed to knock out key Iraqi infrastructure and weaken Iraqi forces. The ground offensive was launched in early 1991, where military forces overwhelmingly destroyed enemy tanks and vehicles. After only 100 hours of ground combat, coalition troops liberated Kuwait, and the Gulf War ended with Iraq's surrender.
Isn't it crazy how fast that happened? That was quick. Wow. Yeah, they just went in there and they just got it done.
From Fort Riley, Kansas, this is the 1st Infantry Division, one of the Army's most storied divisions. Nicknamed the Big Red One because of the distinctive red on their unit patch. As the oldest continuously serving division in the U.S. Army, the unit has participated in every major operation since World War I, living up to its motto, no mission too difficult, no sacrifice too great, duty first. The 1st Infantry Division was originally established as the 1st Expeditionary Division in 1917 and spearheaded the American Expeditionary Forces in France during World War I.
They're not gonna,
in World War II,
the
Fighting First stormed Omaha Beach on D-Day and liberated Nazi concentration camps.
That's
the highly decorated unit has had 37 members of the Big Red One awarded the Medal of Honor.
More tanks.
In Washington, D.C., the 1st Division Monument stands in President's Park, memorializing those who died while serving in the 1st Infantry Division. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the Big Red One, the 1st Infantry Division.
Oh, there's the red patch. Now I see it. Damn, bro. Like, yep.
More military rolling stock. During
gotta,
Operation Desert Storm, the M2 Bradley fighting vehicle proved its
we
value
have to have like
on the battlefield.
100 of these.
It is fast, it is tough, and it is lethal.
Next year,
named for General Omar Bradley, a leader from West Point's famed class of 1916, the Bradley was built to carry troops into combat with protection and power. Armed with a 25mm chain-driven cannon and twin-tube-launched, optically tacked, wire-guided missiles, it played a critical role in clearing the way during the ground assault into Iraq. While the Paladin looks and sounds like a tank, it is technically a self-propelled howitzer and was first introduced back in the 1960s. Over the years, it's been upgraded to perform in versatile battlefields from Vietnam to the Soviet Union to Iraq.
War Thunder players in a yeah, bro. Like, imagine like being a fan of that game and then just like watching this shit happen. That'd be cool. It's great, yeah. It just, you know, not quite. Yeah, well, they got all that tech shit on there and everything. Oh, wait, no, that's not tech. That's just a shield. Never mind. Yeah, those look badass. I think that like if they do another one of these, they have to show the next like a new like type of vehicle. That would actually go so hard. That would be badass. Like a new tank or something like that. And yeah, like a next generation. Is it Dana White that's there? Oh my god. I bet there will be next gen stuff, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be September 11th, and then like probably the ongoing 20 fucking year war. And I don't know what they're gonna show after that. That's a big fucking tank, man. It's a massive fucking tank. Little Marco, yeah.
In the Gulf War, no division hit harder or moved faster than the 1st Armored. The 1st Armored Division, nicknamed Old Ironsides, is the oldest, most recognizable armored division in the United States Army. As part of the buildup for World War II, cavalry and reconnaissance units were brought together to form the 1st Armored Division in 1940. In the Gulf War, no division hit harder or moved faster than the 1st Armored. Old Ironsides really led the way. During Desert Storm, they engaged in some of the largest tank battles in Army history that were decisive victories, shattering enemy formations. Based in Fort Bliss, Texas, America's Tank Division is currently supporting missions in 20 countries across 5 continents. From World War II to today, Old Ironsides remains battle-proven and always ready.
Wow. How do you feel about taxpayer money being spent on this? Money well spent. I think it increases Army recruitment, increases morale, patriotism. I think it's an overall positive. I'd rather spend it on this than transsexual Sesame Street plays in Iran. I feel like this is a bit better use of the money. And also they had a couple of companies probably help putting this on with the sponsors, right? So they probably might not even have to pay that much money for it to begin with. You know, like Coinbase and shit like that, yeah. Lockheed Martin's a sponsor. Well, even if it wasn't, it still would be. I mean, let's be real. You get sponsored by Diablo 4. That'd be a good one. Raid Shadow Legends. War Thunder should have tried to sponsor this. That actually would go so hard. Like Call of Duty. It would be funny if it was sponsored by like Genshin Impact or something, you know? But, you know, I don't think that necessarily is what would happen. Those are some nice tanks. Look at that. Damn, look at that.
First used in Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm, the M119 howitzer brought precision firepower to the front lines. Lighter and more mobile than larger artillery, it was built for the infantry brigade, able to fire high into the air or directly at the target depending on the mission. Whether used in battery formation or as a standalone support weapon, the M119 delivered reliable, responsible fire when it mattered most. Still in service today, including on the front lines in Ukraine, it remains a trusted part of the Army's arsenal.
Damn, we sending those over to Ukraine now? Wow. I didn't even know that. We sent a couple over? Yeah, what the fuck? Bro, some of the new tanks are fucking massive. I didn't even realize how big they were. Like, especially the one behind these guys. We have like 6K of them left. Yeah, they gotta bring out 250.
Special thanks to our sponsor, UFC.
Oh, there's Dana White. He's smart. Oh, it's not a tank. It's an APC. I don't know. Yeah, look how fucking big that thing is. Damn. God damn. UFC sponsored the Army? I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? Why not, bro? Infantry fighting vehicle.
On September 11,
right?
2001, terrorists destroyed the World Trade Center in New York City and struck the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. using commercial airliners. In response, the U.S. launched the global war on terrorism. The U.S. would stop potential threats around the world and take the fight to terrorist groups and the nations that back them. The Army immediately deployed forces to Afghanistan to destroy Osama bin Laden's al-Qaeda terrorist organization and depose his sponsors, the ruling Taliban.
That's right.
The 2003 President Bush expanded the war to Iraq. Soldiers and other armed services overthrew Iraq's dictator Saddam Hussein. The fight to stabilize Iraq and prevent terrorist groups from overthrowing its new government continues to this day. The campaign in Afghanistan lasted until 2021 when U.S. forces withdrew and the Taliban returned to power. Over the course of the two-decade conflict, over 2 million servicemen and women, less than 1% of the American population, deployed in support of the global war on terrorism. Most of those who served were members of the United States Army.
Jesus Christ. 2 million. 2 decades. No way. No way. Are you kidding me? Oh my fucking God. So we're gonna have Air Force for this? So it makes sense. This is something? It is. It's something. Just get hammered for that pan over? Wait, what did he do? I didn't even see what he did. Yeah, I didn't see that at all. The crowd's more diverse than the LA riots. Yeah, a bit, right? It's crazy how big those fucking tanks are, man. Is this a pride parade? Yeah, this is the new, gentlemen, this is the new and improved pride parades. right? Yeah, clearly. Is that everything? I don't know if it shows it. Sonic compared to other countries? No, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Some of the other countries do have better parades than this, but they have way more experience than we do. Yeah. Like, they've been fascist for a long time. Like, we're just getting back into it. So it's gonna take time for us to catch back up. This is like the rough draft. Wasn't perfect stuff, yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it's like the beta. They plan this in a few months? Yeah, exactly.
The global war on terrorism saw the introduction of a range of new technologies on the battlefield. The
Like
eight-wheeled
what?
Stryker armored combat vehicle is the first new military vehicle to enter service in the U.S. Army since the Abrams tank back in the 1980s. The vehicle was developed to fill a gap in the Army's inventory between a lighter infantry and heavy armored unit. The Stryker armored combat vehicle enables the team to maneuver in close and urban terrain, plus provide protection in open terrain and transport infantry quickly to critical battlefield positions. The first Stryker vehicles were fielded back in 2002 with the first Stryker Brigade combat team deploying to Iraq in 2003.
Well, they're loving it. What the fuck is a kilometer? True. Yeah, they should show like the military of the future, and it's just a bunch of little drones just flying in formation. Bunch of like robots and shit. Yo, robot dogs. Yeah. Iron Man 2 type shit? Yeah, maybe. CNN and MSNBC are not even showing anything about the military parade. Is that true? I guess that'd be a big scandal if anybody watched them.
U.S. Army Rangers, predating the Revolutionary War, fought in the War of 1812 as part of the regular army and patrolled the frontier from Ohio to western Illinois on horseback and by boat, with the likes of Daniel Boone and Abraham Lincoln in their ranks. After the 9/11 terrorist attacks,
I know Abraham
Rangers
Lincoln
were
was in the
called
War of
upon to lead the
1812.
way in the global war
I
on
never heard
terrorism.
that.
As part of the U.S. Army Special Operations Command, the 75th Ranger Regiment, based out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, represents a lethal, agile, and flexible force capable of conducting many complex joint special operations missions. Today's Rangers Regiment is the Army's premier direct action raid force. It is always combat ready, mentally and physically tough, and prepared to fight our country's adversaries.
Those are like the elites, right?
The U.S. Army Special
Space
Operations
Marines, yeah.
Command is an elite group of individuals trained to lead and succeed in protecting the country from their threats. Composed of 5 units with unique specialties, Special Operations works in small
Special
tactical
forces, yeah.
teams, taking on the most challenging and sensitive missions. Military legends to service members and civilians alike, they take on terrorists through quiet guerrilla war-style missions in foreign countries. Ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. Army's Special Forces.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
The Stryker Brigade Combat Team combines the capacity for rapid deployment with survivability and tactical mobility. Adaptability and continuous transformation to overcome our enemies is vital. Fighting an elusive enemy in distant places and at home requires new tools such as unmanned aerial vehicles for surveillance and the Blue Force Tracker to see real-time details of troop movements. The United States does not face the challenging international environment alone. Our network of allies and partners is an advantage that our adversaries can never hope to match. Over 80 nations have fought alongside the United States or assisted it during the global war on terrorism.
That looks pretty badass.
The 10th Mountain Division's climb to glory began with its establishment as the 10th Light Division in July 1943, the only one of its size in the U.S. military to receive specialized training for fighting in mountainous conditions. After periods spent inactive as a training division and as a standard infantry division, the unit returned to its roots in 1985 when it regained its Mountain Division designation. In the 1990s, the division participated in numerous humanitarian and peacekeeping operations. During the war on terrorism, the 10th Mountain Division proved their mettle as light fighters through repeated deployments to Afghanistan and Iraq. Now, since 2002, the 10th Mountain Division, based out of Fort Drum, New York, has been the most deployed regular Army unit. Its combat brigades have seen over 20 deployments to both Iraq and Afghanistan in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. To show America's military might, they have one purpose: to deter war and, if ordered, defeat the enemies of the United States of America. They are the 10th Mountain Division.
Oh shit, they have even more tanks.
Investments in cutting-edge systems, drone technology, and AI-powered capabilities strengthen the force, equipping soldiers with tools they need to protect the country and defend democracy. The Army has 8 Stryker Brigade combat teams, 6 in the active component and 2 in the National Guard. More than 2/3 of the 7,000 servicemen and women who sacrificed their lives fighting the global war on terrorism were part of one of the Army's three
shit back together.
Active duty forces, the Army Reserve, and the Army National Guard.
This is like the beta.
The Army is continuously transforming to deter aggression to ensure our adversaries cannot outrange or outpace us. This transformation is not just about adapting, it's about maintaining dominance, ensuring that America's Army remains unmatched in its speed, flexibility, and ability to support the nation's strategic priorities.
We have a real army, not one for parading. Yeah. But I mean, they probably could figure out how to march a bit better. To be fair, like we could do both. But yeah. But we could probably figure this shit out. There's a riot in LA? I would have never guessed. That's a shocker. Wow. Man. Oh my God. Dude. If this is what the first Army one is, can you imagine what The July 4th one is going to be in a couple of years. Oh, man. Marines in November? Are they going to have another one? Is it next year? I thought it'd be 2 years from now. 1776. Oh shit, 6, not 7. Yeah, no, you're right. Fuck, I didn't think about that. I was thinking about 7. Me and Zach used to play World of Warcraft at his grandma's house, listening to Van Halen. Yeah. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Palantir.
They did it! They did it! I can't believe it! Yes! Yes! Bro, I thought no way they would do that shit. Called it? Yeah, I love it. Wow. How does it even watch? I don't know. I have no idea. AI Jewish surveillance? Shut the fuck up. Oh, now they're just rolling out the tanks. Let's see. What would be another good sponsor? Fuck. Let me think. One that's actually possible. Raytheon? McDonald's. McDonald's. It. Yeah. No, I want to see McDonald's. Tesla?
Today, the U.S. Army's mission is to deploy, fight, and win our nation's wars. How? By securing ready, prompt, and sustained land dominance by Army forces across the full spectrum of the conflict as part of the Joint Force.
Walmart? You think, while they're sponsoring the riots, they're also sponsoring this? That'd be funny.
Keeping the Army forces battle-ready and nimble makes transportation for the U.S. Army a very vital element. Spread across the parade today, numerous fighting vehicles, some designed for very specific functions and others for flexibility, but they all must be maintained. With over 200,000 trucks alone, wheeled vehicle mechanisms ensure that the fleet of vehicles are ready.
By Israel.
These mechanics get the job done. This convoy starts with the M777, a lightweight howitzer. These lightweight howitzers may not look particularly lightweight, but are made from titanium.
No, they already did that one.
7,000 pounds lighter than the predecessor, the old M198. Used by the Army since 2005, the M777 is currently being used in Ukraine. Weighing only 4,700 pounds, the M119 howitzer is smaller and is used by infantry brigades, particularly for air assault missions. It was first used in Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm in 1991 and is also seeing active use in Ukraine.
Coca-Cola? That'd be a good one. Dude, why didn't they play this during the Vietnam
Division
segment?
Stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord has been seeing continuous combat action ever since activation in World War I.
Yeah.
From Europe to the Aleutian Islands, Japan, Korea, Afghanistan, and the Pacific, the Bayonet Division boasts a proud history of answering the call of its motto, "Trust in me," with resolute dedication. Sent to deployments and conflicts around the globe since it was founded, the division returned to Fort Lewis in 1971, its first time on American soil since 1934. The 7th Division, originally called the Hourglass Division due to their patch design, gained the nickname Bayonet Division during their deployment to Korea in June of 1950. At Incheon Landing during the liberation of Seoul, they were credited with plunging the bayonet into the heart of the enemy.
Is
with 13
McDonald's on
members
there?
of the division receiving the Medal of Honor. The 7th enables and sustains the combat readiness of 2 Stryker Brigade combat teams and a Combat Aviation Brigade.
It better be. It fucking better be, man. No spoilers? Okay, all right, yeah, don't tell me. I would love to see McDonald's.
With the American soldier, the cornerstone of everything the Army does, we are continuously transforming. Army careers span the spectrum from attorneys to astronauts and mechanics to engineers.
Sponsored by My Pillow.
The Army's greatest asset is our people. The finest men and women our great nation has to offer, with a myriad of talents that make us stronger. Aside from its people, the Army's next greatest asset is its technology and equipment. Coming up next, these vehicles offer a glimpse of what the Army employs for readiness and battle. The portable howitzers and the portable Abrams tank were used extensively in the Gulf War, along with Bradley tanks and the infantry squad vehicle. The ISB provides enhanced tactical mobility of an infantry brigade combat team. This allows commanders greater freedom of movement and action. The ISB provides the warfighter with increased flexibility to ensure infantry units maintain momentum to achieve
They probably
mission
should have tried to
success.
lock it in a little bit more, but yeah. Sponsor list is wild. I mean, sponsored by Palantir and Lockheed Martin, bro, like. Ooh. Ooh. Perfect. Democrats attempting a breach security perimeter formed by Marines in a federal building in LA. Oh, jeez. They're trying to do that again. They gotta just arrest him. They gotta arrest him. What's so good about Palantir? I don't even know what they do. Nothing. Jewish AI. I guess. I wonder, like, yeah, I never see, like, any of the guys. Is Alex Karp on Twitter? Let me see. No, he's not.
When duty calls, U.S.
Surprise.
Army soldiers don't just answer, they lead. From Fort Bragg, witness a powerful demonstration of strength, purpose, and the unmatched capability
BlackRock
of today's
sponsor? That would be
Army.
funny. Do they even have they have commercials? Oh shit.
The Army has made me see my potential, and I feel like it's molded me into a better person.
I grew up in a very patriotic household. My grandfather, he served in World War II, and his brother, my uncle, served in Vietnam. I can do this. If they can do this, I can do this.
When I was born, my dad was still serving in the military, and him coming home in his uniform, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that.
Ready for takeoff.
My motivation, I think it follows in line. I think with what my family's done is kind of a sense of duty to serve our country and give back since it's given us so much.
I'm a very, let's say, timid person, but definitely helped me become a more confident person.
Working with a group and my peers, it really shows how much working with a team can strengthen you.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
I drive a lot of
basically AI
purpose from
tech?
serving
Yeah,
others.
yeah.
I
I
think
know a little
serving
bit
something
about it.
bigger
I'm
than
not an
myself
expert, but I know a
gets
little
me
bit
out
about
of
it.
bed every day. They keep going up, keep up.
That's a badass looking
I
helicopter.
definitely pushed myself further than I ever thought I could go.
I would never get on a helicopter, not after Kobe. That's it.
I joined the military service because I want to deploy. That's my main goal, is deploy, deploy, deploy.
Oh shit.
If we get the call,
must have been a
we have to
terrorist.
go somewhere, we'll do what needs to be done. That's just the way we operate here.
Yeah, dumb pilot. No risks. Nope.
This is one of the few jobs in the nation where we all take an oath to say, I'm willing to put my life on the line for you, and they're willing to put their life on the line for me.
This is what we train for. This is what I want to do. My team leaders and squad leaders, they know exactly what to do. Check equipment, check weapons, check ammo.
It's like
We're
them
always
running a
ready
drill.
to deploy within 18 hours. And
I remember I flew one of those in Rust. I had to spend 4 hours on a private server to fly one. Because I didn't know how to do it. That shit was hard. Yeah. It is, yeah. People hate watching the parade. Oh, I bet they are.
We jump so frequently so that our jump masters
Oh,
and
yeah.
paratroopers are ready to deploy.
I'm very passionate about being a jump master. The paratroopers, they see you and, you know, they believe in you. I love to instill that confidence with my passion into those paratroopers. It's a rush. It's great.
Drop confirmed for personnel drop.
Oh shit. Do we even need to do this anymore? Because I feel like you just have drones now do everything, right?
This week we honor 250
Oh,
years
shit.
of valor and glory and triumph by the greatest fighting force ever to walk the face of the earth, the United States Army.
Well, I watched this.
For 2.5 centuries, our soldiers have marched into the raging fires of battle and obliterated America's enemies.
I love the Army. It is a great place to set yourself up for success, to prepare yourself for the future.
God bless you, God bless our soldiers, and God bless the U.S. Army.
I wonder what this is going to do for recruitment. Like, because I heard already recruitment was really high. Yeah, that guy got Medal of Honor. Shit. Damn. Damn.
Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson, Alaska is the home to America's Arctic Angels, who execute expeditionary operations worldwide, conduct multi-domain operations in the Indo-Pacific Theater and the Arctic, and on order decisively defeat any adversary in extreme cold weather, mountainous and high-latitude environments through large-scale combat operations. The Angels are the Army's only Arctic division. Masters of Arctic warfare, the 11th serves worldwide in all climates. Established in November of 1942, the Angels of the 11th Airborne Division led the way in the Philippines during World War II and spearheaded an amphibious invasion of Luzon and distinguished themselves during the liberation of Manila. After periods spent inactive and stationed in Germany from 1963 to 65, the division operated as the 11th Air Assault Division with the mission of testing and refining the Army's helicopter-centric air mobility doctrine. Activated once again in June of 2022, they remain dedicated to defending America's interests throughout the Arctic, in Alaska, and beyond. The 11th Airborne Division, America's Arctic Angels. Requiring ongoing maintenance in the field and on base because nothing happens until something moves, wheeled vehicle mechanics supervise and perform maintenance, repair, and recovery operations on vehicles that serve the Army in a variety of mission-critical roles. Included in the array of mobile artillery such as Paladins and the Abrams tank is the Joint Light Tactical Vehicle known as the JLTV.
That's a real
it's
good
highly
one right
adaptable,
there.
providing protected and sustained mobility for personnel and payloads. The JLTV is known for its off-road capability while providing armor against small arms and improvised explosive devices. The JLTV right there.
The parade's so amateur and boring. No. See, we got, as I said, bro, like, we haven't been fascists for a while. We gotta get back into it. By the time it's next year in July, we're gonna have this locked in. Yeah, like, it's gonna be locked in. We'll probably set off like a nuclear bomb or something just to let people know. Yeah. Great time. No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, this is the first draft. North Korean style, yeah. Conquer Canada and Mexico. Nah, it's too much work. Just leave them alone. Fuck them. Yeah, fuck them. You get Greenland? Yeah. Check the tweet from Department of Defense. Okay. It's nothing really too crazy. Yeah, there's nothing weird at all. Yeah, no, it's nothing bad. What is it? Boring? Yeah, nothing crazy. Solid parade. Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. The Warthogs. DOJ tweet as Russian flags. I don't know. I didn't see that. They really gotta get some WD-40, bro. Like, this really, they gotta get some of that. Yeah, for real. U.S. flags. We got enough. WD wouldn't do it. You're talking metal on metal. Okay, we'll do like whatever WD 80. I don't know, whatever works. Play Freebird? It would be crazy if they played Freebird. That would be wild.
The U.S. Army Reserve is inseparably linked to America's long-standing citizen-soldier tradition. Organizationally, the Reserve's roots lie in the Medical Reserve Corps, established back in 1908 to provide a ready reserve of medical manpower. This organization was folded into the new offices of the Officers Reserve Corps in 1917. Reserve organizations furnished crucial manpower to the Army during World War I, and emerged into 1920 into the Organization of Organized Reserve. During World War II, the Army activated 26 organized reserve infantry divisions, and roughly a quarter of the Army's officer corps came from the reserves during the conflict. During the Korean War, the Organized Reserve Corps was reorganized and redesignated the U.S. Army Reserve. The Army Reserve has since served as a vital source of manpower for the force during times of need, gradually transitioning from a strategic force to an operational force in response to the pressures of the war on terrorism. In the 170,000 Army Reserve soldiers and 11,000 civilians serving their home communities, and when needed, they quickly mobilize. The Army can't deploy, they can't fight or win without the Army Reserve. They are an important component of Army readiness. Let's have a big hand for the Army Reserve.
There it is. There it is. All right. A lot of support. Yeah, I wonder how many
Today,
people are at
tomorrow's
this
Army
place.
looks to increase safety and survivability, create efficiency, and streamline processes. The Stryker is a great example of assessing evolving needs and developing the solution. Strykers provide a balance between heavy armor and infantry brigade and combat teams.
Freebird or Fortunate Son must happen. Fortunate Son already did happen. Yeah, they gotta go with another one. Boomer music, yeah. What do you think runs the Army? Freebird's next, yeah. This is pretty good so far. Yeah, it's good. The Palantir sponsor, I think, is the highlight of the day, though. I really think that has been the best part, by far. Coinbase. Why? Because everybody views Palantir as like an evil company, and most people don't really even know what it does. Coinbase isn't that bad. Yeah, a lot of people use Coinbase. It's like one of the top like trading platforms. Palantir. That's a lot of fucking people. Yeah, it hasn't shown like really how many people it is. Like in total. It's hard to know. Almost 100K viewers on both platforms. Yeah, no, we've had a lot of people watching. Like just in general. And that's after the stream crash, too. Reset it back down to 0. Yeah, we had a lot of people watching. Hi, guys. Make sure to follow the stream.
When Americans hear the name Bastogne, they remember one of World War II's most heroic defenses, the Battle of the Bulge. Surrounded by German forces in the frozen forests of Belgium in December 1944, soldiers of the 101st Airborne held the
I didn't even
line.
know that. Yeah, a lot of days we hit 100K now, which is kind of crazy. Like just on an average, what is today? Today Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? Huh, Saturday. Okay. It's crazy. Wow. Yeah. Parades on Tuesdays, yeah. Oh, those look fucking cool. Those are like, I guess, the new ones, right? Yeah. Different ways, yeah, from my journey. Anybody that played World of Warcraft and Vanilla WoW knows all these songs. Like that was what you would do, is you would just like listen to music and grind. Yeah.
The unit before you is a platoon from the Multi-Purpose Company, 2nd Battalion, 327th Infantry Regiment, 1st Mobile Brigade,
I have a feeling they're not going to play War
101st Airborne Division, Bastogne.
Yeah, I got a really good
They're
feeling that's not
showcasing
going to happen.
the Army's Transformation in Contact Initiative,
be funny.
a program that allows the Army to rapidly test, evaluate, and equip our soldiers with the newest technologies. Modern, mobile, and mission-ready, the Bastogne Brigade continues to adapt to new threats while staying rooted in the fierce resilience that defined its birth. They are carrying the next-generation squad weapons, the XM7
They got
and
the drones, the
XM250,
lawnmowers.
both equipped with the XM157 optic. The vehicles are the infantry squad vehicle, a new mobility asset that can rapidly move through most terrain types. The trailer is the S-MET, and it's capable of carrying heavy loads under its own power through restrictive terrain. This platoon is equipped with 3 types of small unmanned aerial systems. They are the Ghost X, located on the S-MET, the C-100, and right above us there, the X-10D, which are flying above the formation right now.
They need to, for the 4th of July one, the America 250, they have to have enough of them to where they can make an American flag with them. That would be fucking crazy. Because China does that, we can do that too, you know? There's like 20 people do that, it's easy. Make the drones salute, yeah. A waving flag? Oh, I like that. That's a good idea. It's like a bird, bro. The battery died? Yeah. It was tired. Really expensive bird. I feel like there's some expensive birds. How much is like a parrot? Like an elite parrot? You know, like one of the big ones? Probably like a few $100, right? Yeah, $1,000. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, like one of like one of these. Yeah, like an elite. $1,200. Yeah.
Bradley fighting vehicle has proved itself to be lethal and survivable in multiple theaters since it first fielded back in the 1980s. Designed as a troop transport, tank killer, and to match speed with an Abrams tank, but Bradley is a fierce fighting machine.
That's a really
Bradley
small
accompanies
barrel.
American troops often with the M1A1 Abrams tank, nicknamed the Beast, and Whispering Death because of its firepower, accuracy while moving, and its stealth. Together, they offer mobility and firepower, a fearsome combination.
Size compensates for the barrel? Oh yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, those things are pretty big. It's a good point. You're right. Nice. Legendary mustache, yeah. It's a chain gun rather than a tank barrel? Yeah, I'm not an expert, I have no idea. I'm just looking at it. Man, that's a tall one, what the fuck? Right now? Yeah, I know. We'll look at it afterwards. I seen it. Yep. The Secretary of the Army. The Halo music? Can you imagine if they played the Halo intro song? That would be badass. Definitely not going to happen, but it would be really cool. The cinema? Yeah. Play the instrumental for Kanye's new song. Man.
And high in the sky, the AH-64 Apache. It's the premier attack helicopter in the world. The Apache entered service in the mid-1980s and continues to evolve and modify to meet worldwide threats. It can deliver intense fire on the battlefield with an array of aerial rockets,
That's like the good
guided
one, right?
Hellfire missiles, along with 30-millimeter cannon fire. The aircraft you see here is configured with a sophisticated targeting radar system and can operate in poor visibility and in the black of night. With more than 1,280 aircraft in operation accumulating over 5 million flight hours, 1.3 million of which have been in combat, the AH-64 Apache represents the backbone of the U.S. Army's attack helicopter fleet and a growing number of international defense forces.
That's a lot of them, too. Bro, it's cost y'all so much money? Yeah, it did. It definitely did.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Lockheed Martin.
Oh, it's the same one. Okay, we've seen this one before. Yeah, we already knew Lockheed Martin sponsors the military. Oh, shit. Damn.
Now, let's roll on to the future of Army readiness.
Okay, bring in the mech warriors. Let's go. Come on. I want to see one mech.
The Army Research Laboratory robot dogs reflect the latest in Army innovation. Look at this. Much like a true canine, these robots can go where soldiers cannot. They have increased mobility, improved tactical awareness, reduced risk to soldiers, and enhanced teamwork. Replacing soldiers, robot dogs can explore terrain that may be difficult for soldiers to traverse, dispose of explosive ordnance, and act in defensive posture or aggressive capacity when armed.
They gotta show one of the new, like something new that people haven't seen before. Like a mech suit, like the Punisher ult in Marvel Rivals or something like that, you know? That'd be fucking badass. Yeah, exoscoots, yeah.
The Ghost Robot Dog is another innovation that can adapt seamlessly
to
various missions from recon to bomb recognition. These dogs reduce risk and support soldiers completely in high-stakes missions. They have a standard walk speed of 2 miles per hour and are working towards 6.7 miles per hour sprint.
Treating it like a gaming convention? Yep. Makes sense. Ooh, we got another one. Oh shit. Yep, those are the ones from Rust. I crashed one of those with everybody in it. For no reason. I just lost control. The Chinook, yeah. How would I like to look at these?
As the oldest continuously serving Army band and the oldest unit at West Point, this is the United States Military Academy Band, ladies and gentlemen. West Point Band traces its history to a single drummer and fifer appointed by George Washington during the American Revolution.
Damn.
Over the next 2 centuries, this band evolved into one of the most capable and versatile performing groups in the world.
Yeah, I was playing Rust, and I tried to steal somebody's Chinook like that, and I didn't know how to fly it, and I flew it into the tree next to their base, and they came back, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Nothing. I'm trying to use this." And they're like, "You wanna get out of that so we can use this again?" I'm like,
one of the most prestigious institutions in the world where leadership is forged and duty becomes destiny. This is West Point, where Army leaders are made. With the motto of duty, honor, and country, West Point trains the best and brightest to serve their country as Army officers. Founded back in 1802 by President Thomas Jefferson, West Point is the home of the Long Gray Line, a legacy of courage and excellence that includes 77 Medal of Honor recipients, 2 U.S. presidents, Grant and Eisenhower, and numerous generals, including John J. Pershing, Douglas MacArthur, and Norman Schwarzkopf.
I thought you were supposed to join the Navy to play a flute.
Upon entering the United States Army, all recruits undergo initial entry training, a highly intense and a challenging training period aimed at developing a soldier's physical and mental toughness, instill discipline, train them in essential combat skills, and foster teamwork. IET transforms civilians into soldiers based on the 7 core Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage.
That's a whole lot of them, man. God damn.
The Virginia Military Institute, on a mission to produce citizen soldiers, men and women educated for civilian life, prepared to serve their country in the armed forces. VMI counts on Nobel Prize winner, 11 Rhodes Scholars, generals, 7 Medal of Honor recipients, and a Pulitzer Prize winner among its graduates. As one of the nation's senior military colleges, students at Virginia Military Institute can participate in Army ROTC or the Corps of Cadets. While cadets in the Corps can serve in any branch of the United States military or pursue other careers, those in Army ROTC earn their commission as officers, ready to serve on active duty in the National Guard or Army Reserve. Each year, the Army Senior ROTC Blue Ridge Battalion commissions approximately 130 second lieutenants, ensuring that excellence in leadership continues in generations to come. The Citadel, the military college of South Carolina, offers students the opportunity to participate in Army ROTC or the historic Corps of Cadets. Founded in 1842, the Citadel is the third oldest of the senior military colleges and is known for its Corps of Cadets living and studying under a classical military system that makes leadership and character development essential. While military service is not required in graduation, more than 120 students earn their commission each year through the Army Senior ROTC Palmetto Battalion, playing a vital role in shaping the future.
We need to send all the kids that don't do well in school to the Army
One
instead.
of the nation's senior military colleges, Texas A&M University, is home to both Army ROTC
You know how much one of these tanks
and the
is?
renowned Corps of Cadets. The Corps of Cadets' central purposes has remained building individuals that exemplify respect, excellence, leadership, loyalty, integrity, and selfless service. Students at the university who participate in the Army ROTC earn their commission as officers ready to serve on active duty in the National Guard or Army Reserve. Each year, the Army Senior ROTC Warrior Training Battalion at Texas A&M proudly commissions more than 90 second lieutenants and is honored to shape the future leaders of the U.S. Army.
I have a couple of friends that have been to Texas A&M. And now what? Oh, there's even
In
more.
a powerful display of commitment,
shit.
these future soldiers will raise their right hand and take an oath of enlistment, pledging to serve our nation.
Wait.
This joint formation is proudly led by the Joint Task Force, National Capital Region, and the Military District of Washington Retention Team.
Gotta make some content out of it, man. It's probably smart to do. Imagine swearing.
Shaping tomorrow's Army, West Point's most inspiring cadets remind us that America's future is courageous and in capable hands.
Right now? Yeah, because that's all they do. They probably learn how to do that.
The pride to serve my country knows that I'm doing it not for myself. Every day I put on the uniform, I'm not just representing Caroline Robinson. I'm representing my company here at the Academy. I'm representing West Point. I'm representing the United States Army, and ultimately, I'm representing the United States of America.
I really came to West Point because belief in the American dream and giving back to our country.
You're a part of something that is much bigger than yourself. You're a part of a tradition of excellence and a legacy that's connected not only to the Academy, but to the American Army.
I'm surrounded by people who want to make themselves better and serve our country.
Excellence is their baseline, and that to me is what it means to be a West Point cadet.
From the earliest days of our nation, this supreme tradition of American military service has been passed down from soldier to soldier and generation to generation, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
My brother preceded me here, and originally I didn't really know what West Point was until he came. But when I saw the mission that they were committed to, of upholding the principles of American democracy and protecting the Constitution, I knew it was somewhere I had to be.
Every time that we lived outside of the United States, I always developed this sense of gratitude and pride of being an American, and I wanted to give back to my country what it gave to me.
And it wasn't until I zipped up the blouse and I put the belt on for the first time that I realized that I was going to be serving my country, and it felt right. West Point was the place that I needed to be, and more importantly, the Army was where I wanted to be.
I just looked to the left and right over basic training and realized that we all had the same American patch on our shoulders, that we're all fighting for the same thing. I mean, there was no better feeling in the world knowing that every single person around you is committed and willing to die for that mission.
You came for excellence, you came for duty, you came to serve your country, and you came to show yourselves that you are among the smartest, toughest, strongest, most lethal warriors ever to walk on this planet.
What excites me the most about my future in the Army is the opportunity that I'm going to have to give back to the American soldiers that I'm going to be
Mexican
leading.
flags.
Because ultimately,
yeah, it's crazy, right?
They don't get to choose. And to me, it's that burden of responsibility to be the best leader.
And as a young officer, that's going to be exactly what I get to do.
I was the cadet basic training first detail for the first 3 weeks. And I got to see the new cadets come in from their families' homes and being in process on their very first day and watching them grow so quickly.
I would do all the formations, and I looked out at these 1,000 new cadets, people who just come out of high school. They were completely different people.
I don't think there's another institution in the country like West Point where the student body is so committed to furthering the mission of America and ensuring our democracy and freedom for generations to come.
I'm really surrounded by the best of the best, and that's when I realized this is a place that I absolutely want to be.
West Point itself is an amazing institution, but it only provides opportunities. The people here have to choose to take those opportunities and grow and lead and serve. And the people here want to do that. And I'm proud to be a part of that. And I would tell any high schooler who is considering it, you won't regret it.
Oh.
Left. Pace.
Oh, so they're actually going to have them do it right here in front of everybody.
Mr. President, First Sergeant Norton reporting for duty,
shit.
sir.
The president
Ready
is
to
going to
commence
do
the
it.
ceremony as directed.
Oh, fuck.
I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, congratulations. Welcome to the United States Army, and have a great life. Thank you very much. Have a great life. Thank you.
What's this?
Ranger School is the best life insurance policy for our Army. It will always end with two people facing off with each other, and we need young leaders to be able to close with and destroy the enemy.
That's why you can't be
and
fat.
defend
See that?
our nation's interests forward.
Surrender is not a Ranger word. It's not an option.
I know that I'm not going to be able to get to do this again. This is my chance.
It all starts at the legendary Ranger School, the crucible where these elite warriors are forged. It has been described as the longest approved gut check in the Army. Over 62 days, students will patrol hundreds of miles over mountains and through swamps under the crushing weight of their equipment. All the while, they are deprived of both food and sleep, forced to perform at the very edge of their physical limits. But it's not just the physical challenges that make Ranger School so intense. The mental strain will break these soldiers down to their core.
If I have a come-to-God moment, I have to take my PC off my patrol cap. And on the inside of that, my commander gave me a Ranger tab, the yellow and black one that you get during graduation. And I pinned it to the inside of my PC.
Ranger School is not for the faint of heart, but for those who are up to the challenge, it is the ultimate proving ground.
They already didn't have enough beds for people in our company. And our eyes reminded us that we don't have enough beds because there's not going to be this many people by tomorrow. Just a slight reminder of that. There's too many of you anyways, and not all of you are going to pass.
Rangers, if you don't figure it out, you're about to get another casualty.
It's completely different than what people would think Ranger School is like, but you can't put that into words, so it's hard to tell somebody something that you have to experience for yourself.
They got a saying, it's called as the tab turns. So Ranger School is continuing to change and to develop, but at the end of the day, it is the same, right? They're always gonna put you in scenarios that is gonna test like, your ability to actually make decisions on the ground.
As you go through Ranger School, it is a gut check. It's gonna check you out.
Have like a
and
whole,
what's gonna get you through it is whether
like
you
a
have
show
it or
about
not.
this? That's a good idea.
Thousands and thousands of supplies to come here. Prepare themselves to come to Ranger School, and only a few hundred leave here every class.
Yeah, giant
with the
recruiting
tab.
tool? Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
for everyone.
I'm not gonna leave until I get it, so just buckle down, stop complaining, and just get the job done.
Fuck that shit. Oh damn, that's like really soon.
Please welcome country music sensation and proud supporter of our troops, Warren Ziders.
Time to sign up. I'm not, guys. I'm not trying to know, bro. You praise that? Nah, you asked that like 10 times, bro. Chill out. No, they didn't plan the parade with the fucking with like some like the world event.
Rolls up when a wine's gone like a record on
Underway? Yeah, I am.
Laying on old memories and talking about what it used to be. She probably been and dead to me, but damn if it ain't sweet. She's my pretty little poison, my heartache in the night with a kiss on her lips just
I turned down the
like
it's just loud.
yeah,
God
she
damn.
came with a warning, but I didn't mind. I'll go down on it every time. She's my pretty little poison, my pretty
It's on the same video on Twitter right now? Nah, people got all kinds of crazy shit going on. Like, I've seen a little bit of it.
shadows dancing down the hall.
Yeah.
Whispers that she wants me. Try my best not to fall where she falls into me. We all need some kind of fix. For me, she's the one to pick. Nothing else will do the trick. She's all I need. She's my pretty little poison, my heartache in the night with a kiss on her lips just like cyanide.
This one's for you? Oh, really?
With a warning, but I didn't mind. I'll go out on that high every time. She's my pretty little poison.
Is this from Trump to Elon? Is that right? this guy is at all. I have no idea.
For some, I guess it's alcohol. I don't want none at all.
Oh, I see. They had it over there. I was confused. Yep.
My pretty little poison. My heartache in the night with a kiss on.
Where's Kanye?
Lips just like cyanide.
Honestly,
Yes, she came with a warning, but I didn't.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, you never know.
She's my pretty little poison.
You're saving Kanye for the Space Force? Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
She's my pretty little poison.
That guy's pretty good, right? I'm not a big country music fan, but that's all right.
Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm nervous, but I would just like to say thank you so much for having me here tonight. I am just so fortunate to be here in front of y'all, and thank you guys so much for what you guys do. And honestly, happy birthday, y'all. Happy birthday.
Man. So they're gonna go again.
This next song was loved by y'all, so if you know the words, please sing along. This song's called Ride the Lightning, y'all.
I didn't think they'd do this. I was surprised.
Said I was born on the white side.
Ain't Kid Rock on this?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
One foot in the flames and the other trying to walk the line. Can't say I never saw it coming.
What would you guys rate the parade? 1 out of 10. What do you guys think?
Mama always said I was born on the wild side. I guess
I'd say it's like a 7 or an 8. I think it's a pretty good attempt. You know, we haven't done these for a while, right? Yeah, so 7 to 8, somewhere around there. That's what I would say. If I had to guess, politely, it's a 6. Damn, some people think it's only a 6. Wow. Is that marching? Is that it? China clears this? Well, I mean, look, we haven't been doing it the way they've been doing it. We gotta get back into it.
I see you singing, my friend.
Yeah, it'll take some time.
There's a man in a black coat standing at a crossroads with a pen in his hand and a long list of
Was Kid Rock? That's a great question. What would make it a 10? If they announced, if they showed new technology, like if they brought out an actual mech warrior, that would put it at a 10. Like from like Armored Core 6 or something. Let me show you. Let me try and find a good one. Yeah, like this. If they brought this shit out, that would have been a 10. Yeah, if they had done that, yeah. I mean, you think about that. That goes hard? Yeah, that will go fucking insane. Alright, let me see, there's another one. Yeah, like this. Bring in one of these. Like, can you imagine if they had brought in one of these, people would have lost their fucking mind. Yeah, Spider-Man, yeah. Would have been insane.
We got one more chorus, y'all.
Want to see sponsor and uniform? Yes, it'll happen, just not yet. Yeah, but they gotta do that with like double rail guns or some shit like that. Yeah. Show a SEAL team marching out their frogman uniforms. Oh, with like the nets and shit. Yeah, that would have been cool too. I agree about that, definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody here, everybody that has attended tonight, I just want to say thank you so much. And I'll leave y'all with this. I'm Warren Zatters, y'all. Thanks for having me.
Is this Trump's entrance band? Maybe. What about Century Bomb and Fallout?
It has been my honor, ladies and gentlemen.
Who's doing these polls?
Thank you so much.
An American. That's who, obviously.
Happy birthday to our president, Donald Trump.
Oh.
Amen, y'all. God bless America, baby!
Oh. Damn. Yeah, I would say it's like a 7.5. But like in order to hit that 10, the thing is that in order to hit that 10, they have to bring in a mech.
This week we honor 250 years.
They have to bring in some Gundam shit, some Armored Core 6 shit.
Ever to walk the face of the earth, the United States Army.
Yeah. Next year.
Each of you on the field
Can you
today is
imagine that?
among the most talented members of your generation. You could have done anything you wanted. You
Titanfall
could
shit,
have
yeah.
gone anywhere. You could have gone to any school. Matt's incredible heroism helped ensure that not a single American soldier died
Shit's
in
getting
the
hit real hard
battle
in
of
Israel.
Shock
Yeah,
Valley.
I've seen a couple of pictures. People have linked them to me
2.5
already.
centuries, our soldiers have marched into
Yep.
the raging fires of battle and obliterated America's enemies. The dignity, daring, and devotion of the American military is unrivaled anywhere in history and any place in the world. Our soldiers do not rest until they win. Our citizens know that you're standing guard, killing terrorists, crushing our enemies, and keeping America safe. But you're also keeping it strong and proud and mighty and free.
That's kind of cool.
This week we remember that we only have
Marines
a
are
country
first, so they
because
probably have
we
the mechs.
first had an army.
Yeah. We gotta have those
As
exosuits or
President of the
something.
United States, let me express my undying
Just something
gratitude
that looks
for
really
every
cool.
soldier here today, for every veteran and their incredible families, and for every patriot who has worn the uniform.
This is the best time for
Our
Trump to
debt
announce
to
his
you
fourth
is
term.
infinite and everlasting.
You're right.
With the grace of God, America will always prevail.
Space Marines win soon. That's the Space Force. There he is.
Well, let me say to the thousands of Americans who traveled from distant towns and across state lines to be here today, this is your national capital. Welcome to Washington, D.C. We are thrilled to have you.
I can't unsee the memes. Yeah.
This evening, as we celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States Army, the oldest branch of the greatest fighting force ever known to man, I want to say to all the soldiers all across our nation's capital and all across the world, happy birthday, soldiers. We're proud of you. And I want to say you represent an unbroken line of greatness, of excellence. And one of the things the President of the United States has told his entire administration, from the Vice President on down, is that we must remember that the young men and women who put on the uniform and serve this nation
48?
are our
You think
most
so?
precious resource. We must honor them, we must respect them, we must fight for them, and that's exactly what the Trump administration aims to do every single day. And so to our soldiers, we're so proud of you, and let me tell you that the way that we honor and respect you is, number one, we never ask you to go to war unless you absolutely have to, and number two, when we do ask you to go to war, we give you the weapons
Recently,
and the support
by the way,
needed to kick the hell out of the enemy and come back home safely.
During this, during the show, U.S. rejects Benjamin Netanyahu request to join the war.
The main event, and that is a dangerous place to be with a lot of soldiers in the audience. So let me just say a couple of quick additional thoughts. First of all, June the 14th is, of course, the birthday of the Army. It is, of course, the birthday of the President of the United States, and happy birthday, Mr. President.
What a nice guy.
But I would get in trouble if I didn't mention that it's also my wedding anniversary. And so to my lovely wife, I love you, honey, happy anniversary, and thank you for everything that you do for our country. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce the 45th and 47th Commander-in-Chief of the United States military, President Donald J. Trump.
There he is. There he is. '79th birthday. Yep.
Thank you to Vice President Vance, and thank you to our wonderful First Lady, and above all, thank you to the greatest, fiercest, and bravest fighting force ever to stride the face of this earth, the United States Army. Thank you very much. Because the Army keeps us free, you make us strong, and tonight you have made all Americans very proud. They're watching from all over the world, actually. Made them all very proud. Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too. That's what we're doing tonight. And watching this magnificent display,
my dad said it.
Our souls
I wonder
are
where he
filled
was
with
in the
gratitude
60s.
For every generation of warriors who have worn the uniform all the way back to the very beginning. So to every veteran across our land,
and my dad was mad they
and
didn't
right
show
here
his
in our
tank.
nation's capital, including
48
6 recipients of the Congressional Medal of Honor. We love you, we honor you, and we salute your noble service
He's in Vietnam.
to our flag and to our country. As we celebrate tonight, we also think of the hundreds of thousands of Army soldiers who have made the supreme sacrifice for our nation and selflessly laid down their lives in every war, from the Revolution to the War on Terror. To the Gold Star families with us today, the courage of your heroes is the bedrock on which our entire nation stands. We thank you. Yes, we thank you. Today we commemorate an event that did not just change American history, but changed the history of the entire world.
That's how important we are.
With the creation of America's Army on June 14th, 1775.
Everything's about us.
Liberty got its shield and the freedom got its sword.
History began
Those
in
first Army
1776.
patriots in the American Revolution fought against a fearsome enemy and impossible odds, but they were armed with a righteous cause. They were led by an indomitable commander, a truly great man, General George Washington, and they were united by an eternal creed. Their motto was victory or death.
Oh.
Over the past 2.5 centuries, our warriors have shown unrivaled valor on fields of battle around the globe. With the frostbitten feet and bloody fist, they have marched into the flames and fury of combat, charged up mountains, stormed beaches, waded through torrents of gunfire, and leapt into skies thick with smoke and shrapnel. The U.S. Army has driven bayonets into the heart of sinister empires, crushed the ambitions of evil tyrants.
Oh.
Beneath the threads of American tanks, it's done so well, it's done so much, and sent the devil himself flying into full retreat.
Damn.
Time and again, America's enemies have learned that if you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you. Your defeat will be certain, your demise will be final, and your downfall will be total and complete.
He just up there talking shit, huh? Up there talking shit on his
because
birthday.
Our soldiers never give up, never surrender, and never, ever quit. They fight, 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 and they win, win, win.
Damn. Damn.
And that's why no institution in history has entered more names into the roster of American heroes than the U.S. Army, the Congressional Medal of Honor, more than anyone or anything. There was Mad Anthony Wayne, asked by George Washington to lead a daring midnight raid up the cliffs of Stony Point with unloaded muskets and only their bayonets to fight the redcoats. Mad Anthony replied, "Issue the order, sir, and I will storm into hell for you." Then there was the Civil War general, John Corse, shot in the face in combat. He fired off a message to his commander: "I am short a cheekbone and one ear, but I am able to whip the hell out of all of them." He stayed on the front lines, it seemed forever. In World War II, there was the great Creighton Abrams, besieged on all sides by the Nazis at the Battle of the Bulge. He boldly proclaimed, "They've got us surrounded again, the poor bastards." This is the fighting spirit and unyielding force of the U.S. Army. It has never changed, and it will never, ever change, because there is no earthly force more powerful than the brave heart of a U.S. infantryman or an Army Ranger, paratrooper, or Green Beret. They are the best, they are the finest. From Bunker Hill to San Juan Hill, from Gettysburg to Guadalcanal, from Yorktown to Shiloh, and from the trenches of the Argonne to the mountains of Afghanistan, the Army has forged a legacy of unmatched courage, untold sacrifice, and unequaled and undying glory. Our soldiers have poured out their blood by the bucketful on Missionary Ridge and Heartbreak Ridge, on the sands of Sicily, Normandy, and the Philippines, and on the dusty streets of Da Nang, Baghdad, and Fallujah. Thanks to their extraordinary service and devotion, 250 years later, America stands tall, America stands proud, and America stands free. We're the hottest country in the world right now, and our country will soon be greater and stronger than ever before. Down through history, we've been blessed beyond words by this valiant legion of Army warriors and patriots, heroes and legends. And tonight we affirm with unwavering certainty that in the years ahead and in every generation hence, Whenever duty calls and whatever danger comes, the American soldier will be there.
Damn. This is a pretty good one. I say this.
No matter the
this is a good
risk,
one.
no matter the obstacles, our warriors will charge into battle. They will plunge into the crucible of fire, and they will seize the crown of victory, because the United States of America will always have the grace of Almighty God and the iron will of the United States Army. Congratulations to everybody. We love our country. We've never done better. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the Army, and God bless America. And now I'd like to ask our great First Lady to join me at the podium. Thank you very much, everybody.
Mr. President, on behalf of the United States Army, the Army Golden Knights, I would like to present to you this flag, which was flown over our nation's capital in free fall during the Army's 250th birthday celebration.
The content president. Yep. Man. Man. That is crazy. Well, shouldn't they be playing audio for this shit? Oh, this is it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life.
Oh,
and I had to start again. Just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today. 'Cause our flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Man.
From the lakes of Minnesota,
He's
to the
82 years old,
hills of
is he?
Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, Detroit to Houston,
He's
and
23?
New York
Is that
to
right?
LA. There's pride in every American heart.
I bet he probably dyes his
and it's
hair
time we stand and
No?
say, sing it with me. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land.
Thank you.
That was a good one. They're announcing YMCA 2? Is that going to be like twice as gay?
Thank you. Thank you, U.S. Army.
Super gay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Army, for 250 years.
Thank you so much for serving alongside my grandfather and my great-grandfather, for your service, for your country, for your family. And I just want to say thank you from a generation that may not have known your name, but I get to live in the freedom because of it.
I want to thank all the U.S. service members, men and women, and especially the Army for
Say
their
thank you.
250th
Yep.
birthday. Thank you very much.
That's right.
My grandpa served in the Army in World War II as
That's
part of
right.
the 82nd Airborne. Thank you, Army, for everything that you do.
My brother Rob and my son Alec both served in the U.S. Army. We thank you for your courage, your sacrifices, and the burdens that you may now carry.
Thank you so much for doing what you do, putting your lives on the line for other men like me to live the life I live.
I just want to say happy birthday to the U.S. Army, congratulating them on 250 years. I want to give a big shout out to my Uncle Zadian, who served in the Army, and thank you for all you do.
I'm very thankful for the dedication and the hard work of the men and women of the U.S. Army.
Hi, American soldiers. Thank you for all you do. Love you.
Our freedom is not free, and we know that we are free because of you and your efforts.
Thank you to our Army active duty and veterans for protecting our rights and freedoms. It comes at an immeasurable cost.
I'm wishing you the best. Happy birthday. Go on.
Happy
nice
birthday,
place.
Army. Thank you to everybody who's serving today and has served in the past.
Love you guys and girls. Thank you so much for everything you do.
A big thank you to the men and women that serve our country and everything you guys do for us.
Thank you, Army, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Army.
Happy birthday, Army.
Happy 250th.
Oh shit, they got fireworks. That's actually pretty cool. That's a lot of fucking fireworks too. Final Fantasy ass music? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Man.
When I raised my right hand, I swore an oath to every generation before me. I wear the same branch insignia as the soldiers who crossed the Delaware. Before there was a nation, there was an army.
Shouldn't I play the video? Shouldn't you shift to the video? Okay. Show the video? Yeah, we'll have the video. It's a lot of fucking goddamn. It's like the things that they use in LA. Well, this is what I'm playing the Sardines 2 trailer. Pretty sick. No, I think this has been really good, honestly. It's been really good.
We've seen what division costs.
I serve because unity is worth the fight.
I carry that legacy forward every time I put on this uniform.
Do it! Have a reality TV star be the president. Yep. Production value high, yeah.
Both of my grandfathers served in the Second World War. They answered the challenges of their time, and it is my goal in this uniform to answer and meet the challenges of my time head on.
He ain't heaven, he's my brother.
What's this?
Duty, honor, country. Those three hallowed words reverently dictate what you ought to be, what you can be, what you will be.
The heads are up, the chests are out, the arms are swinging a cadence count.
Bro, at this point, I would not be surprised if they played Sabaton. Can you imagine that? Yeah. They're playing all kinds of shit. This is a lot better ending than I thought it was going to have. originally was like, yeah, closer to a 7. It's an 8.
There's a strength in these bonds. There's a realness to these bonds. It's not just because this is your team, it's because your life depends on these people.
Some drones, yeah. No, as I said, like they have to bring out a mech. They need a mech by the time that it's next year. They have to do that.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of the team. I serve the people of the United States and lead the Army.
Highly unlikely, though.
I will
Sorry
never
to say.
accept defeat.
I will never quit.
Trained and proficient in my warrior task and drill.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
Enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
Just Tel Aviv. Disgusting? Yeah. Disgusting. You should not say that. That's horrible. Oh, some crazy shit's happened during this event, though. It has. Like, I'm looking at this right now.
When I'm outside guarding the tomb of the unknown soldier, it is one of the most honorable jobs I think that I could have had in the military. I think about those soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice.
Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife. Who more
Sure got hit? They did. Iran bombed the shit out of them. Yeah, I saw that. What are the No Kings protesters going to do when they realize Trump's still in charge tomorrow? I don't know. Go back to Reddit. Get on Twitter and complain about him again.
No matter what the price, hey, I've counted up the cost. I know the sacrifice. Oh, and I don't want to die for you, but if dying's asking me, I'll bear that cross with honor.
Israel's being bombed on our 250th birthday. Couldn't have asked for a better gift. Well, shot with rubber bullets once all that shit's going on. Yeah. There's a lot of people getting shot. A lot of people crashing out all over the country. Concert. Damn. Pretty good. And I am out of
It was a humbling experience putting on this uniform.
I believe this uniform is a symbol of trust and it represents the highest ideals of our country.
Bro, this is some fucking... I don't know why. This reminds me of like a JRPG or something. Am I crazy? Like... True? No, I'm serious. Like metaphors. Yeah. Like Final Fantasy. Disney? No, it's not Disney. Definitely not Disney. Drink water tomorrow? You have a headache after that much turkey? That's fake. Fake.
Where a child is hungry, where men have no homes, where the powerless are yearning to breathe free. May we fight for justice till there's justice for all. To the
ass concert. God damn. Okay, it's gotta be over now, right? Like, I mean, that's a lot of them.
Thank you for joining us on this historic occasion.
Yeah,
a special thanks to Scott's Miracle Grow and all of the terrific America 250 sponsors that helped make this monumental event happen. And to you here in our audience or watching at home, to those in our U.S. military who are currently serving, have served, or being remembered. Thank you for celebrating in the greatest country in the world. God bless you and God bless America. Good night.
Damn, that's an outro. Well, all right. Yeah, I would say that, okay. So the parade, I would say the music part of the show, I would say that's like an 8.5, 9. That was really good. Like that was good. Maybe, yeah, 10. People were like that. The parade, I'd say is like a 7. It's all right. They didn't announce any new games. Yeah, true. Very true. It's a good point. Yeah, if they had a, as I said, bring out a mech and you get a 10. Yeah, bring out a fucking mech. Or jetpack? Nah, it's not enough. That's not enough. Like a Gundam? Yeah. Oh yeah. Man, what a fucking show. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, that was like, I didn't expect it to be that good. If that's the first draft that they've done, I mean, because you know the 4th of July next year is going to be crazy.